my life changed as a result of fitness. My life changed as a result of weight loss in general, and then I progressed into a level of fitness where I'm at now and moving forward. However, my lifestyle does not really, fit the average person's lifestyle. I mean, that's just what happens. That's really just what happens when you embrace fitness, health, and wellness, and others may not. What do you do when you find yourself in that type of situation? Let's get rid of the sugary drinks, my love. I have a few nuggets to share with you guys. This is week 3 of my once a month Zepbound monthly injection on maintenance. Your girl injected June 1st. We are approaching the end of June. And my suppression has been on key. Food noise eliminated, and I feel absolutely normal. I feel like I'm not on any medication, but I feel like it's working. And that's where I want to be. I don't want to feel the medication. I don't want the side effects just for the sake of having side effects. I want to be on GLP-1 medication without feeling like I'm on GLP-1 medication, but getting every bit of the benefits and effects from it. Well, the positive effects, not the negative side effects. Just want to make sure I made that clear. So far, so good. Like I said, my routine has not changed. And the use of GLP-1, Zepbound, and when I was on Tirzepatide compound at 5 milligrams has not stopped me from continuing my regular routine lifestyle systems of practice, which I've grown to love. I've grown addicted to. And at this point, is no stopping now, honey. This is life. And I think I want to touch bases on that a little deeper. How to accept that you're no longer who you were before. Accept that your lifestyle is no longer what it was before. When you were obese, when you were overweight. Now, speaking in reference to me, my life is not the same. It's different. It's different, and I understand that the difference in my lifestyle may cause separation from others. And that could be a deterrent for some people to step into their new skin, to step into their new lifestyle, because of the fear of what others may think or perceive of them. Some people don't know how to adjust to the new them. That falls in a line of body dysmorphia or life dysmorphia, because we're talking about lifestyle improvements. And in general, even if it was not connected to weight, some people do not want their life to change in a different way. They don't know how to perceive their lifestyle changing. And others may not as well. Some people want to stay the status quo. Some people want to stay what? Or some people want to stay at the level that other people want them to be at. If this resonates with you, hit the comment section, because I know it's something that many of us deal with, especially when we are not just a life transformation, a body transformation, but that eventually transforms the life. Because in order to continue and keep your body transformed, you're going to have to continue lifestyle practices. And I think that's just something that many of us don't want to accept. This is not something that is just going to be permanent without work, without effort. You put the effort in to lose the weight, you got to put the effort in to keep the weight off and still be happy. Let's get rid of the sugary drinks, my love. I have a few nuggets to share with you guys. A lot of our issues fall in the line of beverages and the lack of vegetables and trying to make it convenient. I think a lot of us forget about the sugary drinks. That's like number one. Eliminate the sugary drinks, replace it with alternatives. Alternative I use, sweet tea, skinny, sugar-free syrup. I also do the lemonade sugar-free syrup. I love it. I made me a picture of it. It tastes like sweet tea. You use the amount of the syrup concentrate that works for you. I eyeball it. Don't necessarily go by the measurement. I go by taste. I'm not emptying the whole container in there, folks, but I'm, doing enough so I can get just enough of that sweet tea. And it hits, okay? This is another one with the vegetables. I don't know if you guys like cucumber and onions, honey. I get this from my grandma, famous for her cucumber and onion salad. I just like to have cucumber sliced and onions in a container just to grab at will. Why? Number one, this is one of the most water-soluble, dense foods you can have, 100 calories per pound. You're not gaining weight munching on cucumbers, honey. And for the most part, you're not gaining weight munching on veggies, y'all. You're just not. You're not gaining weight munching on veggies. It's really coming from the other heavy caloric, dense foods that you're consuming and maybe consuming too much of. But putting the fiber in, putting the water-soluble, dense foods in really help. This here, I can snack on it plain, or I will add some plain yogurt to make it a cucumber salad. Some people add sour cream, but I replace my sour cream with plain yogurt. It tastes the same to me, and I get more protein. Also, some people use ranch. I'm not a mayonnaise person, so my alternatives for mayonnaise will be light ranch, would be plain yogurt, and or sour cream. But now I've transitioned to plain yogurt. Mix it in there, add whatever seasonings you want, and it does just fine. Like, I pre-season mine with black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some herbal seasonings. And then, I'm just gonna dip in here when I feel like I need to, you guys. And then you see fruit in the background, apples, bananas. It's plums up in there as well. I definitely have cherries and berries. You wanna stay super low carb with the fruit, you can just do berries, which is raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. Go higher up in the carb when you go with apples, but for me, fruit is not off limits. I just know how to work it. Fruit and vegetables are key, you guys, and movement. And that was the workout, y'all. That was the wonderful routine that I typically do. I modified it some, I compressed it, I eliminated some exercises, not completely eliminated, but separated it out of this routine. There are exercises I still visit occasionally, but I condensed this routine to be more simplified and resistant effective as well, just as my additional exercises I've been doing, but this is way more resistant effective as far as the level of weights that I'm using, because I'm using the 20-pound weights for 3 hardcore exercises, and then I sprinkled in the 5-pound weights with my glute stride exercise. But I love my lower weight impacted exercises. They're great. But what I presented to you today was pretty much a full body routine, including 20-pound weights and one exercise that include 5-pound weights. I feel amazing. I cannot stress enough how important it is to strength train. Yes, we love Pilates. Pilates is a thing. Pilates has always been a thing at different levels. Pilates, original form was for, physical therapy, recovery, limb alignment, flexibility. And that's still a great function of use today. But in my opinion, I would not just isolate and do Pilates only. Pilates is wonderful in toning, but it does take longer, in my opinion. I would combine Pilates and weight training and cardio. That's just me. I'll do a little bit, all 3, maybe, interchange Pilates and weight training / resistant training some days, but always still keep the cardio component there. I would not eliminate cardio and just solely do Pilates only, unless you are going to be, tried and true in your deficit. If you're going to do Pilates only, you got to be hardcore on your deficit if you're trying to lose weight. And if you're trying to build muscle, you're going to have to be very careful, because you're going to have to eat in a slight surplus. And by eliminate the cardio component, it's going to be hard to ease in a deficit to help you without the natural deficit. So let's say 500 calories without exercise. You could have the 500 calories without exercise, plus the deficit that exercise gives. That kind of serves as a replacement in deficit, in my opinion. It definitely, cleans up where you may have messed up at. You know what I'm saying? It's a cleanup component. Cardio. I would not eliminate cardio. And cardio is good for the body, it's good for the heart. And still, believe it or not, doing cardio such as walking is a great fat burner. It's always good to have the backup deficit through exercise. I mean, that's like a safety net. It really is. That's why I would never just eliminate cardio. That is an extra form of a deficit in addition to the natural deficit that I set myself on, which then allows me to eat more food to complement the body recomposition process, and also just to complement joyful living. You know what I mean? Sustainability. Loving to eat and still being fit in the process. Just learning all the things. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love it. I love what I do. I love how it's transforming my body. I love how it has transformed my mind and my perception in regard to health, wellness, and fitness. Nutrition, 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 y'all. Fiber, fiber, fiber. Protein, protein, protein. Don't forget the fiber, y'all. See you in the next video. Be real.